I'm Catherine Ross, and I'm here live from the floor of the NYSE with Jim Cramer. Jim, what's top of mind for you today?
Well, top of mind for me is we alternate between worrying about Corona and thinking Corona is under control, and today's an under control day. And so then what we're doing is going to actual businesses and extrapolating how they're doing. So I would say that Nvidia is top of mind because Nvidia gave you ammo for whole groups to do. It's a very good temperature of Google Cloud, which Thomas Curry has been talking about. He's their guy. Amazon Web Services. Obviously, Amazon has far more business than it can handle. Also, artificial intelligence, the machine learning idiom conversational is in charge. That's the most exciting trend in the world right now, and you have to do it at 300 million milliseconds in answer, which is when you're conversational, almost interrupting the person who's speaking. Isn't that exciting?
That is very exciting, very fast. So before we get to Nvidia, I do want to talk about Roku real quick because they released earnings last night after the bell.
Look, was it good? I mean, Ben Stodel and I go back and forth, and we've been wrong about how much this thing's loved. And then we realized, oh, look, the only thing people are always looking for a way to cut the cord. And that's what it is. So as long as people cut the cord, people buy Roku.
Is it a winner with all the streaming wars?
Yeah, all this be Disney Plus and Peacock. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I hear that HBO Max is going to be very big.
That's what I've heard too. And there's supposed to be like a lot of just what everyone's been saying. There's a lot of analysts saying. You might have had the scoop, but a lot of people have been talking about it, is what I'm saying.
It's going to be, from what I'm told, one of the three winners. You know, it's like people think there's going to be. You know, we have Netflix, we have HBO Max, and then it's the third that we're all trying to figure out who it is, who's going to be. My bet's on Hulu.
See, then you do have the scoop, because what I'm talking about is just what all my friends are saying and what people on Twitter are saying, which is that they're willing to pay up for the HBO Max. So that's why I think it's going to be
but the one thing is, like, a lot of people cut after they cut it after Game of Thrones is over.
But then they have like McMillions, which we were just talking about yesterday.
I know, people want that. This is all. By the way, Narcos 2 Mexico just dropped. The other day, I like to use the word drop. It is amazing how content is driving everything, and the more content, the more people cut the cord. And I think what cord, you know what it's really about? It's about commercials. People hate commercials.
Unless it's the Super Bowl, and
then it's 6 great ads from PepsiCo.
So let's talk about Nvidia, which I do have to talk about the fact that they just hit the nail on the head there. They talked about coronavirus right up front.
100 mil.
And yes, exactly. But the thing is that worrying for investors, or is this just something that you're going to constantly hear from companies?
I think you're going to constantly hear some trends are so powerful that ex-China, they're going to be big. Geez, remember when we thought that the Chinese were passing us on a lot of things? This is sadly the West catching up. Even Nokia and Ericsson, I'm going to have to go back over them, but business is not strong in China, and I know that no one wished this upon them. Even the biggest hawks in the White House never wanted this to happen, but China's going to lose its lead in a lot of things, and I know that if the rivalry were even playing field, then it would everybody be better, I think. But China is for purposes of innovation, I think, shut down.
Nvidia is our real money stock of the day, so head on over to realmoney.com for more. And Jim, you focused on Nvidia as one of the stocks in your column this morning. You used a term that I want to talk about real quick, and you said that in your real money column, some stocks are uber hyped.
Well, I mean, you have certain companies that simply are, the way I'm trying to say is, take Twilio, okay? Twilio, we actually sold some Twilio, and we talked about that in our video, but Twilio, everybody overhyped it. I mean, in other words, the stock went down, but the analysts went nuts with the price tag and took it up. And overhyped, in my view, is that how many price targets do you have boosted at one time? Because then what happens is that it's almost as if there's a algorithm that says if you increase the price target, then you have to go buy the stock regardless. So you've got this virtuous circle going on by the actual words that are chosen. It's by machine.
But if I'm an investor and I'm looking at Nvidia or Twilio and they are, as you said, uber hyped, how should I approach those stocks?
Well, look, it depends whether you have to know it's about suitability. If you really like momentum, like let's say you are a member of the club and you like to have, remember, it's a recommended list. You can't own all the stocks. And you want to have one stock that you think can really take off because it's going to have this kind of step function in earnings per share in the out years, then it's for you. That's Nvidia, particularly, is for you. If you're younger, it's for you. If you're older, I think you can have a small position. But what these are really going on, what's going on with the price target boost, is really interesting. So let's say you're dealing with 2024 for Nvidia. Well, and the stock, let's say, I don't know, let's call it 280. In 2024, it's almost like they're going to earn, right now you think they're going to earn $8, and they're actually going to earn $28. So it turns out to be a very cheap stock on 2024, and that's what the price target boosts are about. So you think the multiple's high, and it turns out the multiple is very low. If you go back in time on Nvidia, that's what traditionally has happened, is that the stock looked expensive, but when you finally got to the out year, it turned out that the actual number was far, far, far greater than the estimate, and that's what makes it so exciting. But it's not for everybody. But that's why I say even an elderly person like me can own some Nvidia, because it's about being out 3 years, and I'm going to be around.
And guys, we are not done talking about Nvidia. We are going to head on over to actionalertsplus.com right after this.
Look at this. Levi's. Did you know Levi's got above 20?
I
said when it was at 17, 18 that Chip Berg would not let us down. The jeans business has stabilized. That had been the weakness in the system, and the inventories are very low. And I said that stock would go higher. No one believed me. There it goes.
So, as I just said, we're going to head over to our Action Alerts Plus Daily Rundown show.
But go buy some Indonesia Energy. Talk about everything you need, right? Isn't that
2%,
everything you want right now? Isn't that everything you want in a stock?
Jim, it's Valentine's Day, so we gotta cover
See
that.
A picture of my flowers I gave my wife.
I did. That was so sweet of you.
She really liked them. I think they'll last for like 7 days.
Yeah, flowers can last forever if you cut the stems just right.
That's
it's
what
amazing.
She's doing. A lot of orchids.
So, Jim, let's take it from an investing education standpoint. If I'm a couple and I want some investing advice, what would you say to them?
Well, you want to find an odd couple, frankly, because of diversification. You want, I would say, Vertex, say, for let's just say one of the spouses should be Vertex. I like that because of the work they're doing with cystic fibrosis. And the other one, let's make that Eaton. Kind of traditional machine, so you got heart and soul.
I like that a lot, Jim. All right, guys, we are now heading over to our Action Alerts Plus Daily Rundown show over on actionalertsplus.com. Come on over with us. I'm Catherine Ross, and we'll see you next week.